It is episode 172. It is October 6th, 2024.
Texas Burner already in the comments.
Nope. Not going to pay attention to that. I noticed Texas Burner didn't say SHIT about the Bills.
Hey.
So Texas Burner can take that, and you know what to do with it, Texas Burner. Why don't we talk about Buffalo?
Why don't we? Still in first place. The first place Bills.
Okay. First place Bills. You're right. On a 2-game losing streak, the first place Bills. If the Jets didn't suck, then yes.
Dude,
everybody else is on a 4-game losing streak.
Let me tell you this right here.
Go ahead, dude.
If it wasn't for the Packers barely beating the Rams, it would be the Carolina Panthers, the 49ers, the 2 last place teams in the NFC.
Oh, great. But they didn't, did they?
So, yeah, the 49ers are the 3rd worst team in the NFC.
What do you want me to say? What, am I going to sit here and defend it?
Hey.
I'm a man, dude. I am an absolute man.
You just tried to low cut me with Texas Burner's comment.
Well, you tried to low cut me first by throwing that up there.
I'm posting what's in the comments. You just tried to low cut me.
How'd Purdy do today?
Purdy was fine. Purdy was good. It was the defense.
Purdy threw a pick with the game on the line.
Purdy
had the ball.
Purdy had the ball. In shambles whenever the game is on the line.
2 tip balls. How about the right tackle takes inside man out on the blitz? How about that?
Butch.
Yeah,
I know you guys know more football than that. I know you know more football than that.
Butch.
Inside man.
Hey, he's trying to say something.
Minute 39 left. Down by 1. Purdy has a chance to go on a game-winning drive. Interception.
Yep. And that's because these guys did not watch the game because his arm got hit.
All you had to do is get in field goal range.
Yep.
We didn't have a field goal kicker, Butch.
Your punter made a field goal. Your punter made a field goal.
And the last time we got in field goal range, he missed. And last year when they played the Browns, he got in field goal range. He missed.
Last time I checked, you need a field goal kicker on your team.
Last time I checked, you're up by 10.
Hey,
how about the defense makes a stop?
If T-Bass got hurt, I know our punter would fill in and make it.
Because you were down by 1 last time you checked.
Last time I checked, every time he's gotten him in the field goal range, the guy's missed.
Hey, how many scoring drives did Purdy lead the Niners on in the second half?
He has 4.
No, this past game.
Oh, 0.
Yeah.
Shambles.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go there?
We tried to tell you.
You want to go there,
dude?
Hey,
we tried to tell you.
What did Josh Allen do with the game on the line? Let's throw the ball 3 times in a row. Give the ball to Houston.
He didn't make those play calls.
Why doesn't he make a play?
Hey, it's kind of hard to make a play when your receivers don't catch the ball.
Why doesn't? So you want to play that card when Ronnie Bell dropped the ball against the Rams a few weeks ago?
We're not talking about a few weeks ago. We're talking about this last game.
Hang on. Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she gets paid $1 million every week for this song.
Every week?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I'd be waiting all day for Sunday night myself.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, I got a good stat for JA today, but I'll hold it.
Okay. I can't wait.
I know you can't.
Speaking of which, October 6th. Happy National Coaches Day.
Ooh, shout out Butch.
Shout out Butch.
Oh, yes.
Other coach isn't here yet. He could be. We don't know where he's at. I think he's watching. I don't know what he's doing. Is he watching film, he said? He's doing something. That. He said he put some bets in on the game, though, so he's got a couple of E-units.
Does he have is he making these kids get a huddle? These kids putting their film on huddle yet?
I don't know. Can they?
What is huddle?
It's dude.
It's like the new recruiting deal.
It's how we used to have to make VCR tapes. Like
yeah.
Put the
yeah, I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Huddle is you do it all online. Somebody films it, you download the video file, put it on Huddle.
Golly.
How easy is that, dude?
That'd have been way cooler.
and the plays are on there, so you can just pick which play you want, and it like creates a highlight tape for you.
It's like the clip thing I use for our podcast.
Oh,
basically.
Nice.
So. Anywho, National Coaches Day. The top quality parents believe is most important in a good coach. You two are coaches. I'm a coach myself. What do you think it is?
The top quality?
Yep, the
Say that
top
one more time.
quality. The top quality parents believe is most important in a good coach.
Accountability.
No.
Communication.
Communication.
Nope.
Looks.
No. Being able to coach in the fourth quarter and not blowing games 28-3.
Wow.
It's patience. Patience
Interesting.
is the top quality.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It beat out empathy, encouragement, dedication, passion, natural teaching ability, and dependability. What parents believe has this?
Guilty.
What do parents believe has the smallest impact on inspiring players? On inspiring players.
Accountability.
Wait a minute. So the first question was. Wait a minute. The first question was about parents say the most important thing to inspire kids is patience.
The first
what
one
was the criteria of that first one?
The top quality parents believe is most important in a good coach. That was patience.
I agree with that, especially
Okay.
with the age group.
I would say it depends on the age group.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer. I'll live with that.
Do you have more patience with
Like,
other people's kids or
5
your kids?
Certainly
5
other
through
people's
5
kids.
through 10 patience, sure.
Fair question.
Fair question.
Butch is right. He's right. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Butch. The second question was what do parents believe has the smallest impact on inspiring their players?
The smallest impact on inspiring their players.
There's 5 answers. No, there's 5 answers.
Patience.
Yelling.
No.
Discipline.
The least amount is giving the best pep talks.
What?
What?
Exactly. That's what I thought. I'm like, what? Giving the best pep talks is the least the least inspiring? No.
What?
You know the top one was treating all players equally, and then it was pushing them to be better, and then personalizing coaching messages to each player, and then putting in extra coaching time, and giving the best pep talks was last.
That's like the same people that voted Josh Allen as most overrated player in the NFL, sounds like.
I don't know what they mean by treating all players equally.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't know what they
It's
mean
just
by
a
that.
poll, dude. It's just a poll.
Just Paul, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
I'm getting mad because it doesn't make any sense to me. You want all players treated equally, but what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't really know what that means either, because people play different positions, so they're going to be treated differently because they're different positions.
So you mean tell me you treat your child differently than other people's child?
Yeah, you do. You're harder on them, for sure.
That's right.
Okay. You're not coaching right then, dude.
Hey,
Says treat
I used to
equally.
get kicked out of practice.
On the contrary, I think you're harder on other people's children than your own.
Dude, so my dad was my coach growing up. And we had a system. So if he was yelling at me, he would say my first and middle name. If he was yelling at the team, but using me to yell at the team, he would say my number or my last name. So that way I knew it wasn't being directed at me. Like I didn't screw up. He was just yelling at the team because he knew that he couldn't yell at certain players, but he was yelling at them through me.
Mm.
And that happened a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So much that, like I said, I think I got kicked out of 2 practices, and it was mainly because like he wanted to prove a point to the team.
Did it work?
So there you go. Perfect example. You don't get treated the same as everybody else.
No.
Nope. I don't think we did either. That's okay though. I'm fine with that. And then the top 10 states where coaches are most beloved by their parents and players.
Florida.
Yep. Florida, Nevada, Texas, Michigan, California are the top 5. North Carolina is not in the top 10. We got to do something about it.
Working on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
For the kids.
Let's go. Okay. We did have a pick'em contest we did last night. We could go 4-1. The Seahawks screwed us, but we got Denver right. We got Green Bay right. We're waiting on Pittsburgh and New Orleans. Seattle sucks. You'll see that in a few minutes. Screw them. Bunch of scumbags.
You picked Pittsburgh?
Yes. 2.5. Dude, the Cowboys suck.
Pittsburgh's the worst 3-1 team in football.
Yes. They were also the worst 3-0 football team.
Yes. But
you are what your record is.
Justin Fields is the only. Snoop Dogg's not even from Pittsburgh.
Look at the screen. It says Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season.
You can definitely tell that Snoop Dogg has been there.
Wait a minute. I need everybody to pause. Everybody's got to pause their stuff, their stream for like 10 seconds.
Oh,
I'm just now seeing Snoop Dogg. I'm just now seeing Snoop Dogg. So you guys all got to pause.
I'm in a hotel, so I can't pause, but I'll just be quiet.
Stadium. Right. Snoop Dogg is there.
There it is.
No, I did see Justin Fields is the only quarterback left.
Gone. Touchdown.
He's had the most consecutive over 90 passer rating for a quarterback.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Justin Fields has the most consecutive over 90 passing rating for a quarterback.
Whoa.
It's like 6.
Oh, man. Hockley's out.
Okay.
On Pittsburgh.
Okay. No. Let's start. All right. BMO's here. Here. We have another person in the crowd here. Snoop-a-loop. Yep.
Right.
Okay. So we're going to be watching the Sunday night game. It just started. For those of you listening to the podcast, for those of you watching, we will be watching along with you. So if something hilarious happens, please tell us. And Mike Thomas never had a losing season. Dallas, Pittsburgh. Here we go. J-Vi, is football fun? Because this past weekend was absolutely spectacular from a football perspective, unless you root for our teams, and it sucked. I also put a TV outside in our garage while the kids and I played outside. That was one of the greatest moves of all time.
Yeah.
And had 3 games going on the screen there.
Wait a minute.
What?
Major question. Did you buy a new TV to do that, or was it just one that you moved outside?
No, I have a lot of you've been to my house. You know that I have.
I know, but
there are a lot of football.
Did you buy one just for the garage to leave out there?
No.
What was the deal? You watch the kids or the kids watch you?
Well, I was shooting basketball and I had the TV up real loud. So I was watching the game.
That's what we did for the second half today when the kids woke up for their nap. I got the TV in the garage.
Yep.
Put the game on, let them run around, put the kids in goal while I kick ropes at them.
You couldn't get it past me. I remember that.
Whoa, we just gained a yard rushing in your face. Game's over.
So did that, and we will not. This is not going to be a suck fest, J-Vi. People are tuning in. They see you have your Bills stuff on. I have my 49ers stuff. We're not going to rain on everybody's parade.
What's there to suck? The Bills are in first place in the division. What's there to be mad
Bills
about?
have lost 2 games in a row.
Bills are in first. Look, here you are trying to make it a suck fest. I'm being positive.
Oh, really? We just spent the first 5 minutes you two trying to rip into the Niners.
That was before you established that it wasn't going to be a suck fest.
It's not going to be a suck fest.
All right.
We still have to talk about these games.
Wait a second. We didn't rip into the Niners. The Niners did it to themselves.
Yeah.
No. Nope. We didn't have a kicker.
Purdy threw the pick, not me.
You didn't have a quarterback either.
Purdy did not throw a pick. The ball was redirected midair because there was no protection.
Let me look at the stats.
I'm pretty sure it says interception.
Okay. Anyways, any other football? Do we want to make any disclaimers before we start running down through this stuff?
I think for what was supposed to be a pretty uneventful college football weekend, we had some fireworks.
Yes.
Oh,
heading into this next weekend.
I have an entire slide for that. Scoreboard Salute is dedicated solely to that.
I'm just saying, like, you asked if anybody had anything else about this weekend about football. That's it.
Look, last night I went to sleep before y'all's Pick'em show even started, so I woke up to some. Whoa! What happened in that game?
Mm-hmm.
I do feel. I mean, are we going to do a college football section?
Yes, I have an
Okay.
entire. I have the whole scoreboard salute.
All right,
is
let's
college
get there then.
football.
Let's get there.
Let's stop yelling at the Niners.
Bebo, the Niners suck. The Niners suck. Let's move on.
Bebo, that will happen when all of our teams win.
What's the thing of the day, AK?
What? No, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's get to it. Big Click Energies first, then Scoreboard Salute, then Homer Alley, then the Goat Rack DFS bets. There's a lot hinging on this game tonight for somebody. I'm not going to name names. We'll get there. We got the Listener League. We got to go over Inter Squad DraftKings Jamboree.
Oh, okay.
3-person. Was that Aubrey? Let's go.
Good.
Dallas field goal. Good for you. Okay. J-Vi, please hit the salute. Somebody hit it. Okay, here we go. It was week 5 in the NFL. It was week 6 in college football. This segment will be dedicated to NFL questions that have been in the doc. We have a slide that we will put up, and then Scoreboard Salute is going to be dedicated to college football, and then we talk about our teams, which went as well as you possibly think it could have. So, without further ado, here are the 5 headlines that were selected by a committee to talk about and ask questions about. Did I change it? Yes, I did change the headlines. It's week 5 and week 6. I got it right. Credit to me. Thank you. Headline number 5 is, let me get my notebook. Aaron Rodgers is hilarious. He doesn't even know it. The Jets lose 23-17 in London to the Vikings. DYLON is going to be insufferable, as he should be, which is hilarious. We're not going to play his audio, but we might. We'll see however we want to do it. Aaron Rodgers had 3 picks, had a chance to go down, win the game, did not win the game, lost the game on an interception. And here are some notes that I put down. Rodgers has so many images. He did the play call wheel where he was mad at his offensive coordinator, and then he kept getting faster and faster and faster. So he was furious. He has the worst disgusted face that I've ever seen. He knows where the cameras are at all time. And then he had an injured – he got hurt. I don't mean to laugh that he got hurt, but he got rolled up. And he was crawling back to the huddle.
Look, in a week that Tennessee has a bye, somebody had to fill in for Will Levis. I don't know if it was Rodgers or if it was Jordan Love with his sideways pick 6 that he had.
Do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers is trying to get out of New York?
It's all that.
Dude. Everywhere he goes, he just causes havoc and headlines, and the coach hates him, and he hates the coach, and he's subliminal, and it's all this stuff. But here's some of the things I thought about whenever he was crawling. I was like, dude, he looks like Marv from Home Alone after he gets electrocuted. Crawling back.
Somebody asked me.
Did anybody try and help him up?
No, he was just crawling, I think. I didn't see the whole thing. I just know he got rolled up on and he thought he was hurt. I didn't see the crawling, and somebody was like, "What happened to Rodgers?" I was like, "He got hurt, but he came back in." What do you mean? He goes, "What was he crawling on the ground?"
He got hurt because he got rolled up. His knee got twisted. He's screaming, and then he gets on all fours and he's crawling around real slow like Marv. And then all the memes start coming out like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he." That's the look of a 37-year-old dad who just got done playing with Legos with his kids for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, that's about right.
And then once he went off the field, got off the field, Sam Darnold threw a pick. So before he could get into the medical tent, he had to go back out. And so I just started firing off tweets about The Undertaker, Aaron Rodgers opening up the casket. He's coming back.
Is he the new Matt Stafford?
Aaron Rodgers is Willy Wonka walking up to the group that comes up to his factory.
Oh, and he rolls on a cane. Somersaults.
And he does the front somersault and pops up.
Yeah.
Dude, I was firing off all kinds of stuff. And then I said I thought he was going to do the fake gritty injury and start twerking when he was.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, dude, I had so much fun with that.
That was good.
Man, Couldn't tell.
Jeez. I was dying. I was absolutely dying whenever I saw it. First thing that popped in my head was Mark from home.
So are you the Undertaker now?
Oh gosh, dude. Oh, that was great. I'm glad he's okay, but holy Jets win. Or no, Jets lose. Oh. Jets lose. What was the score? I don't know.
23-17.
Yeah, because they kicked the field goal to go up 6.
Yes, Sam Darnold. Garrett Wilson had a great game, 100 yards, 13 receptions. Aaron Jones got hurt. So,
yeah, that cost some of my parlays.
Yes.
Aaron Jones getting hurt. And
yes.
Achan getting a concussion.
He got hurt, but the Darnold implosion is coming. You can see it.
Oh, no.
Look, I wrote in my notes, eventually Darnold's going to run out of revenge games because he hasn't played for every NFL team.
True.
He's only played for like 5. So eventually these revenge games are going to run out and they're going to start. Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to start coming back to bite him. Is that a revenge?
Anything else on the Jets-Vikings game?
No.
I cannot wait to start talking. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's play a game.
Oh.
Choose a rookie quarterback. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. Caleb Williams and the Bears beat the Panthers 36-10. He threw for 302. Jaden Daniels threw for 238-1. I forgot how much he rushed for. They beat the Browns 34-13. And then the Broncos with the sweet uniforms, by the way, absolutely electric, 34-18. Bo Nix 206-2. Who do you trust the most as the rookie quarterback? Somebody go.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden
You said that from the get-go.
Okay.
Number 2 is probably a guy that hasn't even played yet. Penix.
Ooh, that's true.
I don't trust Bo Nix. His defense is saving him. Caleb Williams' wins are against nobodies. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jaden Daniels, for sure.
The Caleb Williams stuff, everybody's already. I was not able to go into the mentions and start blasting eyeball emojis because I do have to respect him because he does love the game, right? Like he gets really fired up, and I appreciate that because he loves football.
He wants to be good.
As a guy who loves football, I like seeing other people that love football. So, but that's going to be the whole topic of debate. Are those two guys?
But quarterback play in that division's good. He could still be the worst player.
I would say he is
worst quarterback in that division and have a pretty good year.
But I would say he's number 4 right now, right? Between Jordan Love.
Or is he number 5?
J.J. McCarthy.
No.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Malik Willis.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A guy that's actually played quarterback.
So all the rookie quarterbacks won. 3-0 for the rookie quarterbacks. Good for them. Okay. Anything else on the rookie quarterbacks? Butch, Tex?
No.
Okay. All right. Headline number 3. Was this a Joe Burrow loss or a Lamar Jackson win? The Ravens beat the Bengals 41-38 overtime. Burrow was 30 of 39, 392, and 5 touchdowns. And Lamar had a pretty good game too. Golly, Jamar Chase went off. But Ravens get to 3-2. Bengals are 1-4. Was this Burrow loss or Lamar win? Thoughts?
It was the Niners loss because
of course
Purdy threw a pick late in the game when the game was on the line.
Okay,
looking a little bit like Jimmy G, eh?
No,
I didn't watch much of that game.
Of course you didn't.
But Lamar was stellar. I mean, you can't. Hey, the best team won.
Dude, we went back and forth on that one too. I'll tell you that.
I told you guys on the Pick'em show.
That was shut.
No.
No.
You guys were dead set on the Bengals, and I said you think the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens.
Yes.
And y'all,
the Bengals.
And they did not.
The Bengals are the worst team in the AFC.
McPherson,
right now,
whatever his name is, missed a field goal.
It doesn't.
It was a bad hold though.
It doesn't matter. What's the score?
Okay, you're right, dude. You're right.
What's the score? That's who wins.
You're right.
My question is like, is there anybody in the league that gets as lucky as Lamar?
No.
I mean, he dropped I don't know how many snaps, and the one touchdown
wait till we talk
that
about
I keep
the
seeing.
Chiefs and Mahomes, and
yeah, I mean,
nobody gets more lucky than Mahomes.
That's the refs, but
that's not luck, dude.
That's a different argument. But the touchdown pass he had that likely, I've seen that replay, and it's like he dropped the snap, he stiff-armed the guy, then goes to the sideline, thinks he's Josh Allen, throws it a foot from the sideline off his back foot, just throws it up, doesn't, I don't know, likely comes out of nowhere and snatches it out of the air.
Yeah, I don't know where he was throwing it. And then he dropped another fumble that should have cost him the game. He just dropped it late in the game. So
that's what MVPs do.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah. But he was 348, 4 touchdowns.
Against
ran
the worst team in the AFC statistically. They're in last place in the AFC.
Joe Burrow is playing outrageous, dude. Like, people are like, he's a bum. I'm like, dude, he's probably having his best statistical year right now. Joe Burrow is. He had 137 rating.
Yeah, their defense can't stop anybody. But he's so much better when he's got both his wide receivers. I mean, Higgins is back.
I was just sitting here thinking,
Higgins had so 2 touchdowns. Chase had 2 touchdowns.
Well, there's one thing. You can have those really good players, but you still have to be able to deliver the football.
Yeah, I wish the Bills had one of those players.
You did. You traded him to the team that beat you today. I saw the handshake after the game, too.
Yeah, Zach Moss. Yeah, they downgraded on running back, didn't they?
Yeah, they have Chase Brown.
Which is like the one place where they couldn't afford to downgrade. They had to upgrade. Can't have Josh Allen being your best running back.
Yep.
Yeah. Josh Allen's best running back.
Best running back in the league. Best running back in the league.
Anymore, he doesn't run the ball. He doesn't run the ball anymore.
So are the Bengals done?
Yes.
Text call them the Bungles again.
Yep. Are they the Bungles?
They're done.
They're done. That was it. That was their Super Bowl.
That was their season game on the line. Season on the line game.
And they lost it. So will they trade everybody and start?
Now all they can do is play spoiler. They can just ruin everybody else's season now. So that's what they're going to do. The Bungles are going to be the destroyers. They're going to be the Thanos of the league.
Yeah. If they start doing that, they might be right back in it.
10 wins, 10 wins in a row.
Hey, it can be done.
They ruin enough seasons, they'll be right back in it. Go full Thanos. Time to go full heel turn.
Oh,
question number 2 or headline number 2. Sorry,
that storyline works though.
What?
If Burrow goes full heel, he goes from being pretty boy, winning everything, to a guy who's ruining everybody else's season.
Are you saying they're the bang heels?
He's the enemy. No, they're still the Bungles.
Oh, we got ourselves an absolute dandy of a kicker matchup tonight, boys.
Boswell
versus Aubrey.
Hey, I bet the over too.
You kidding?
I bet the over.
I have some
disgusting. Of how many field goals there would be?
Or the over in the score of the game.
I bet the over. Was it 43 or something like that?
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah, good call. No, headline number 2: was Malik Neighbors holding the Giants back as the Giants go to Seattle and beat the Seahawks 29-20? I'm sure the Cowboys fans would be like, "Well, that gives us a quality team win over the Giants." Ugh, shut up.
Yeah.
Well, really, I mean, you should be thanking the Giants because that saved the Niners from being 2 games back.
There's not quality wins or losses. It's a win or a loss.
Well, I mean, wait until we get to the SEC when you start, backing the SEC. with who lost and who's ranked and this and that and all this nonsense. I'm sure you'll figure out a way to make Alabama and make your 12-team power rankings with the SEC, all of them again, even though they all lose and stink and suck and don't play anybody.
It's quite easy. It's a copy and paste every week.
Answer the question. Was Malik Neighbors holding the Giants back? Because they scored 29 points.
No.
Not against the Cowboys.
The Seahawks just can't. They can't stop the pass.
Well, then that's bad luck for next week. Next Thursday, boys.
Get Mr. 2 INTs.
Okay. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. Keep talking that way. But Tyrone Tracy was awesome, 829 yards. And then Wan'Dale Robinson, absolute freak show. Love that guy. Now the Giants are only, 2 games back?
Yeah.
So, and topic number 1, is Jordan Love the guy? Is he?
Well, like I told you, like I said earlier, he was the guy to try to replace Will Levis since he's on bye. He threw a horizontal pick 6 today.
Dan Orlovsky-esque, almost ran out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that play at all. Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
I mean, he rolled out to the right in the end zone, and it's like he hesitated to wait on the defender to come back and tackle him there. It's like he should have thrown that ball away from the get-go. You're in your own end zone. And then once he got bumped, he's off balance and just, yeah.
Off platform, Butch. Off platform.
Hey.
Don't you know quarterback lingo? Off platform. Arm angles.
Was he balanced or unbalanced?
It's off platform, dude.
He was parallel to the ground.
Yeah. Off platform, dude. Come on.
Okay. Well, he was falling, and he threw the ball up in the air to throw it away, and it was awful.
It was. If you're a Packers
fan. And hilarious at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, it was hysterical. It was Jimmy G-esque, Dan Orlovsky-esque, Will Levis-esque. Caleb Williams has done something of that regard. If you're a Packers fan, are you nervous that you paid him all this money? Because he has not looked that good. Put yourself in the Packers' shoes, dude. If you're a Packers owner,
I don't know. He's looked pretty solid. What was the final score of that game?
It was 24-19.
Who won?
The Packers.
Okay.
The Rams only have one win
okay.
this
year. You win on the road in the NFL. It's good. Take it how it comes and get out.
The Rams only have one win this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's against the Niners.
Yep.
Divisional game. The Rams, we have to, of course, at the end of the game, we have to do all the Matthew Stafford, this and that, whatever. He's got all these stats of coming back, and I bet half of those are against the Niners.
Wait, how many wins does the Niners have against the West?
0. They're 0-2 in the division.
0.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys look great, too. They're looking really good.
You're right. They do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're moving the ball right now, and
that's what I don't get. Y'all are over here 2-2, talking like your team's on top of the league.
We're the best 2-2 team in the league.
That's no. The Eagles are 2-2 too.
We're the best team.
It's better than being 2-3.
2-2.
Okay, we'll see here at the end of this. At the end of this show, we'll see. Those are all the headlines.
This show is not going that long.
Yeah, it is, dude. We're gonna watch the Cowboys lose.
No,
watching the whole thing.
We're not going 8 hours till this thing ends.
Okay. All right. Now we've talked about any other week 5 notes that you had anybody wrote down or anything? The Aaron Rodgers thing pretty much dominated my brain the rest of the day because I was laughing so hard. Anything else? I got the next slide ready to go.
Let's do it.
Okay. Here you go. Scoreboard salute dedicated to college football and a lot of SEC on here, but I first want to go to Friday night, October 4th, where the UNLV Rebels were absolutely robbed.
They were.
Yes. That
was a terrible call.
Yes.
Roughing the passer. And what did they had another call too, and they went to the ACC review, the media room, and I'm just like, it's an AC. Syracuse is in the ACC.
Yep.
You know, got to keep them irrelevant.
I agree.
That number 7 for UNLV though was all over the place.
The linebacker.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. He ran out of gas on the goal line there.
Yeah, but he was the one that got the roughing the passer, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
no,
that
he was in
the
coverage.
Rebels are hurting after their departure of the quarterback?
That's why I wanted it to go so well for them. I wanted them to win this game, be 5-0, get into the top 25, have a path to the playoff.
The backup was doing fine though.
I hate whenever the game's decided. It happened in the Miami game too. Miami's come all the way back, and there's a late flag, and they're reviewing targeting. It's like come on, man. I hate it.
Yeah, so, that number 7 though, he filled the hole on that last play. He just, like you said, he just didn't have enough ass in him left to finish the job.
Shout out to that running back though, who had 4 touchdowns or something.
Yeah,
the guy from Syracuse. So,
wow, nobody's running the ball like Boise State though.
Oh, we got something on that later too. I got a whole slide, another picture. Anyways, okay, Vanderbilt beats Alabama. Yes, Dominic, Vandy. Yes. I'm telling you, dude, these teams, they're frauds.
That game was never really in question. It wasn't like,
dude, it was a trap game. It was a trap game.
It was not a trap game.
It was. They just beat Georgia.
It was a hangover game.
Playing Vandy is a trap game.
Making excuses for these. They don't play anybody. They struggled with UCF. I can't remember who else they played, but I called Georgia frauds weeks ago. I said I think Georgia's fraudulent. We have it on tape. And Alabama beats them. Whoop-de-doo. Georgia goes and struggles this week too. Carson Beck's not that good. And we're all shocked that Alabama and Georgia and Missouri and all these teams play Murray State and Buffalo and USF, and they get into conference play and they rank them all way up there, and then they all beat each other, and they're like, see, it's the best conference. And then you're like, they didn't play anybody. And then they get in here and start losing to these other teams. Milroe was, I don't know, he was not that good. I'd go ahead and draft Milroe. Just go ahead and do it if you want him. But
Alabama quarterbacks, dude, they're the best in the league.
If you pay attention to anything on the show, you can see that I have Vandy ranked in my top 12 every week. So they played somebody, Paul.
You're right. That's top 12 team.
They lost to a ranked opponent in the playoffs.
Butch's poll had them losing to a ranked team. Shout out to the Vandy quarterback who was a transfer for New Mexico State.
Well, I'll tell you what, too, and I sent y'all the tweet about what this one guy said. And what happened after that game really is what makes college football great. And what the guy said, the tweet, he said, implying in a post-game interview that God created you to win a football game and then dropping effing turnt 2 seconds later is why college football rocks. Perfectly sums up how his speech went. But then the students taking the field goal post to Broadway in downtown Nashville is awesome.
Yes,
it was absolutely incredible, dude. That quarterback was from New Mexico State, and he was the quarterback when they went down to beat Auburn as 25-point underdog. So he's done it twice. He owns Alabama, and I will say this: I love watching Vandy's offense. They run basically read option straight to the A gaps and B gaps, inside zone or whatever it is. And then they have dudes going completely horizontal. And it completely screwed Alabama's linebackers up, and they whooped them up front.
It's basically like the shot bone.
Oh, I like that. The shot bone, the sling T. Also,
there you go.
Sling T.
How did Vandy lose to Georgia State, though?
That's another thing. Georgia State
here
is
we go.
the SBC.
The Hockey penalties against the Cowboys.
Dude, he's got his fingers up his nose like he's Captain Insano. Get out of here, Butch. That's a penalty. All right, Tennessee lost to Arkansas. Also hilarious because Arkansas didn't have a quarterback. So now we're going to get to the season. The whole problem with all these teams losing is now they're going to rank all these teams with 2 losses. And we're just going to have every SEC team in the top 25, and then they're just going to beat each other and be like, get to the end and be like, oh, well, look at all these great teams.
We're about to find out who Texas is this week. Texas is the only undefeated team in the SEC.
Wow.
Let's go. Playing. Hey, we need this is a revenge game for last year.
Two weeks in a row. Texas, Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia.
Face. See how we're playing now.
You're afraid. You're in front of us, so I pause it out of respect for Tex, and you continue. You don't want to pause it because you don't show respect.
My question though is,
I don't have pause television, man. Sorry.
Is
It's
Texas
satellite.
Is Texas the Ohio State of the SEC? Have they played an away game yet?
Ooh, good question, Tex. That's your team. Tex, that's your team. Answer the question.
Sorry, wait a minute. What is it saying?
Texas is the Ohio State of the SEC.
No.
Straight bowled him over.
No, they're not.
Is that Zeke at center?
Yeah.
That's
what our big game plan right there. Put Zeke in a Steelers jersey.
Dude, how does Justin Fields have a hilarious fumble every game?
That was
so funny.
I like that he was bear crawling after that ball, though.
Dude, he looked like Aaron Rodgers after he got
sacked. Wait a minute. How'd they get the ball back? How'd they get the ball back? He's bear crawling just like we make our kids do.
Ripped it from the dude.
That's why you do it after practice. National Coaches Day.
Wow, just ripped it. Beast mode on the dude.
Oh, wow. That's how he got the ball back. He wanted it more. Cowboys don't have any culture. They don't have any culture.
They're losing the huddle.
Wow. They didn't want it enough. They didn't slap the today I give my all for the Dallas Cowboys sign on the way out of the locker room. I don't see you waving your arms around now, Butch.
Play like a champion.
You don't know that. They're in Pittsburgh. They don't have that sign there.
Okay.
They did it when they got on the plane. We used to
bring it with us, didn't we, J-Vi?
Hey.
Yeah, they didn't bring the star.
Yes, they did. Do you see their helmets?
Dominic says there were about 20 people in the stadium to see Georgia State. Yeah. And how about Nick Saban saying that's the easiest place to play in the SEC? Nobody's worried about going to Vandy. And then
Alabama. I mean, it is impressive that Vandy beat Bama with more Bama fans.
I was about to say the stands were mostly red in that game too.
That's bad, dude. And then Mizzou, wow.
They had a couple unfortunate breaks at the beginning of that game that it really got out of hand.
Yep, exactly.
That game could have been totally different.
A pass interference call that was waved off. I mean, there's all kind of stuff.
Still,
Vanderbilt fans are more intelligent than the Alabama fans because they're at the bars waiting for the after party.
The goalpost.
They didn't spend all the money. They sold all the tickets while they're listening to live music and watching football.
Yep. Exactly what happened.
It's a good move, dude.
Yeah, jokes on Bama.
And then I think Missouri scored late to bust the over.
Kicked the field goal.
And it wrecked the under. Drinkowitz was like, yeah, we lost and got embarrassed, but if you bet on that, F you. Here's a field goal. Stick that in your corn pipe. Oh, that's great. In your face, Mizzou. Golly. Let me see if I had any other notes from these, but anything else on those?
Well, the thing about that A&M Missouri game is Missouri. I mean, Drinkwitz and those guys, that team was just overranked.
Yeah, they played Murray State and Buffalo.
You looked at the comparison there. And I looked at it earlier. I'm like, this is like if A&M's 24, this is like a 24-23 matchup here. Not a 24-9 matchup.
Right.
Well,
but the thing is Missouri played close to Vandy too, right? Texas A&M barely beats Arkansas.
They won in overtime, didn't they?
Yeah.
Against Vandy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Texas A&M struggled against Arkansas. They barely beat Bowling Green. They beat McNeese State. They lost to Notre Dame. So, I mean,
didn't they get they had a call or something in that Arkansas game that went their way, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then Missouri.
Or you have Arkansas at 4-1 right now. Or
Missouri.
Whatever their record is.
They'd be 5-1. And then
5-1.
Missouri, Missouri beats Vanderbilt in overtime. They barely beat Boston College, and then they trounced Buffalo and Murray State. So, I mean, come on.
Well, it seems like every team that came out in support of Western North Carolina got beat this weekend. App got killed.
Well,
North
Marshall
Carolina State got beat.
So they were showing support.
Yeah, but Wake Forest was playing NC State, and they are potentially hosting the App
Missouri
State home games,
supported Western North Carolina because Drink. They got beat.
Yeah.
The Bills supported them. They got beat.
Well, I don't know what point you're trying to make, but
I think more teams should support. Then it's an even playing field.
Oh, that's a good call. Shout out to Marshall
People are spending time and effort supporting. Other teams need to do it, so it's fair.
That's right. Anything else on these games?
No, great weekend, and leading into another great weekend of college football.
Oh, five of the top 11 teams lost.
Oh, wow. Imagine that. 6 of the top 7 teams are SEC teams. They all lost. Get them out of here like they should have. And the problem is now they're all going to have one loss. And as much as I love them all losing, they can't fall that far because everybody else lost. So now we're just going to be right back where we were.
And they all lost to each other.
And now they're going to rank all the teams that beat them. And it's going to create more chaos.
No. You guys, listen. You got it all wrong, Adam. AK.
Yep. Oh, that UNLV roughing the passer 3rd and 20. It was on 3rd and 20, and then Cuse tied it with 23 seconds left. Okay. Homer, Alley. Let's do it.
Is that football?
Football. Yay.
Yes. Love that one. Forgot to take the screen down, but before we do football, yay. Homer, Alley. First, the shambles-o-meter. Here it is. The fresh edition of the shambles-o-meter, RG3 croissant face.
The Bills got off the shambles-o-meter for supporting Western North Carolina.
They're on a 2-game losing streak. Where are
the Niners?
Which team in this group has lost the most games in a row?
This is a positivity podcast.
That was a sick catch.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Bills.
This is the positivity podcast.
It's the Bills, number 1.
Thank you.
They are closest to RG3 eating the croissant. Number 2 is the SEC for all the reasons mentioned above. Oh, where'd J-Vi go? We lost him. He quit. Number 3 is all the Deshaun Watson people. He's in complete shambles and playing terrible. And then number 4 is all the people who thought Aaron Rodgers was going to bring the Super Bowl to the Jets. He's throwing interceptions and crawling around like Marv from Home Alone. So, fresh edition of Get Back in Here, the shambles-o-meter. You're not leaving. Get back in here, J-Vi. I can put you back in here.
I'm not a part of this.
BMO. You can make your own. I gave you
I do. You don't put them up here.
You did not. No, you did not send me a shambles-o-meter. If you had sent me a shambles-o-meter, I would have put it up there. So, and BMO wants to know his 4th NCAA team. Any suggestions? Boise State. Blue Turf.
No, BYU.
There you go.
Texas.
Wait a minute. Wait just
I
a minute.
No, I think that BMO's like
Smooth.
if there's any team that should be BMO's team, it's
Smooth.
Oregon because they have all the different unis.
Oh, that's a good call.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And that's exactly what you would want.
Good point.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what you would want them to do because they're already good. So,
And
Why is
then
it
he
not
can just
Pitt?
duck around all the time.
Isn't Pitt undefeated?
Oh yeah,
Pitt is undefeated.
His wife went to Pitt. It was
First
like
time since '91.
Oh,
directional
feels like
Pitt.
91.
Any thoughts on the shambles meter, guys? It's your time to make
bullshit.
adjustments.
I think it's bullshit.
Purdy, number one.
You did not submit a shambles meter. You
Well,
do
then
have the
you
template.
just asked
I'm
us
saying
for
it right now.
suggestions.
I know, but I'm not going to change it right now. This is what it was. Everybody has the chance to make one and send
You
one.
asked what we thought about it, and if we had any input right this second, so I said Purdy, number one.
Okay, that's fine.
On shambles meter.
It's not going to magically change. And if you want to make one, you can.
I wasn't asking for it to change.
Okay, but everybody's mad at this. This is what the committee came up with. There was no other rebuttal prior to the show.
J-Vi's mad at it because the Bills are number one.
They lost their revenge game. You can't lose your revenge game and not be number one.
It's not their revenge game.
It was.
No, it's not.
It was their chance to show they didn't need Stephon Diggs, and what happened?
That's not a revenge game.
Okay, just call it whatever you want to. Shambles meter. All right. Okay. There it is. I forgot what picture was next. Who wants to go first on Homer Alley?
Well,
For those of you listening and watching.
Dylon wanted to go first.
Okay. DYLON has phoned in for the first time ever in the 2 years of this show to send a voicemail, which he's not done whenever they stink. So I'm interested to hear what they say.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, listeners of the Millie Goats. This is DYLON. I know that I've been MIA here for a few weeks, but I needed to call in, make sure I got my Homer Alley in while I can enjoy it. It's been a long time coming, but if you didn't know, Viking Nation, Skull Nation is 5-0. Currently the best team in the NFL. Little quick recap. We sailed across the pond over to Tottenham in London, and it was basically homecoming for the Scoldgers. They flew in, swam over, rode over, whatever they did from Norway, and we had a show out. It was a sea of purple in London. It was a beautiful thing. The scullery maids were out there. Everybody was drinking their pints of mead and having a good old time as we took it to the New York Jets. Once again, we handed Aaron Rodgers another loss, looking like the old man that he is. 3 interceptions. Rip Van Ginkel deciding to take another one to the house, just like he did against old Daniel Jones in week 1. So I just want to celebrate. Hopefully our boy Sam Darnold don't have like a broken rib, but if so, we got a bye week next week to rest up. I know that his stats didn't look great, but I will give a little bit of criticism to JJ, dropping 3 passes in his hands in the first half. That's kind of rough, so he was not helping out the quarterback statistics for Sam Darnold's MVP push this year, along with NFL comeback player of the year. Now it's still early, so I wanted to make sure that I got this in time so that we can all celebrate our team's victories today, given that, the 49ers are playing the 1-3 Cardinals, should be an easy win for them. And then the Bills, they're playing the good old Houston Texans that the Vikings showed the recipe for beating them 2 weeks ago. So it should be an easy win for the Bills as well. Like I said, I'm sure we're all going to be celebrating. The Cowboys will still be going on by the time that you play it, but hopefully when they win, we'll have a 4-win day. I'm totally confident in the 49ers and the Bills being able to beat their pushovers that they're playing today, along with the Cowboys. So hope everyone had a safe weekend. Skull on. I am still recruiting. If you want to get on the ship, it is filling up. But this is the year. This is the year. Skull on.
Wow. Thanks, DYLON. Thanks for tuning in and ripping Justin Jefferson for some reason at the expense of Sam Darnold. He is sacrificed. You heard it, folks. He gave up Justin Jefferson for Sam Darnold.
I like
Just-
how
That was-
Dylon's trying to be nice to everybody. So whenever they collapse, we'll hopefully be nice back to them.
No,
for our
he-
teams
he-
and everything.
He sent that. He knew what happened. He knows that the games were over and the Niners and the Bills lost. He knows. He knows.
That was the
Oh, I said
least
that-
energetic, happy Homer Alley for your team that's 5-0 I've ever heard.
And then he threw his wide receiver, his star player, under the bus. That's a shame.
That's
should be
not
doing that.
that's not what
Should be
parents
doing
look
that.
for in coaches.
No,
That's
he threw
right.
him-
Not.
Hey, nay, he
Treat him all-
didn't throw him under the bus. He threw him under the boat.
Ooh.
Also, I forgot the dad joke. Let me do that real quick. Where does the smell of cow farts come from? The derriere.
Speaking of derriere, did we just see that fumble by
Yeah, I was sitting here as I was listening to Dylon's thing. I was looking at the stats, and I look up and I see Dak Prescott fumbling
Being
the ball. And I'm
sandwiched
like- and I-
between DJ
and
Watt.
I was about to because I was waiting for him to score this touchdown. I was about to be like, all right, he was 9 of 11, 120 yards, a touchdown, and then he fumbles it.
All right, Homer Alley.
That was my Homer Alley.
Oh yeah, this game's
Levi, go
getting
ahead.
good. Oh yeah.
Go ahead. The Bills. The screen
All
is
right.
yours. Hold on. Let me put you in the middle. How do we do that?
That's you.
There you go.
That's me. So I grew up a middle class kid. I was raised by a hardworking mother and father who, like many people across our nation, had big dreams and aspirations for their children. And the Bills let us down big time.
Mm.
And I look,
Did
I
you work
wrote
at McDonald's too?
wonder if you'd catch on.
Yeah. It was
I wrote, I don't have a big speech, but I wrote down some things, some notes that the coach in me observed. J.A. never makes the easy throws. If there's a guy wide open, it's almost guaranteed he's going to miss it. Now, he makes the impossible throws look awesome. And it's like, that's my quarterback. But the easy throws, he just can't make. Our secondary, who our head coach is a secondary coach, looks absolutely lost out there.
Mm.
Our safeties are usually out of place. And Cole Bishop, I know he's a rookie, but it looked like he hadn't practiced at all. I mean, he was terrible today. We could never get a third down stop against
That's the
a
worst.
decent offense.
That's the
Every
worst.
time. Big third down. Nope. They're getting us. They're getting it. We had 3 points off of 2 turnovers, one of which was in the red zone. We got the 3 points off of that one, the fumble. We should have taken the lead on that one. We had terrible clock management on our final drive. 32 seconds left. I know we're on our own 3, but we ran 10 seconds off the clock. Didn't make them use a single timeout. We should have ran it at least once, got some yards to make the third down a shorter distance, and give Smoney some room because he was having a great game.
Pro Bowl day for Smoney.
We got away from the run when we were averaging 5 yards. We were averaging more yards rushing than we were passing the ball. Our wide receivers had 18 targets today. You know how many catches they had? 4.
10. Wow. That's bad.
18 targets to our wide receivers. We had 4 catches. Josh Allen. This is a stat you're going to love. Josh Allen recorded the lowest completion percentage in a game with at least 30 pass attempts in the last 30 years.
Wow.
You know what his completion percentage was today?
34.
30. He didn't complete 10 passes. He was like 9 for 30 something.
Those are great stats for the 1930s right there.
Seriously. No,
that's
and I wrote because I listened to Bill's Sports Talk Radio during the week. I wrote down in my notes that the Bills seem annoyed with the media. Like they seem like they're just getting tired of answering silly questions and they're just annoyed with the media.
Yeah.
And it looks like it on their face, too. Josh Allen looks like he's just not happy. He looks like he's annoyed and pissed. And he said at the end, after the game, the media will go wild this week, but they have every right to. Of course, they have every right to.
Yeah, for sure.
We just look like crap. Like we don't want to be playing right now. I know it's early in the season. It's better to get these out of our system now, but we just look like we don't want to be out there right now.
Hey.
Dude, that last drive.
Question.
Go ahead.
Text, Millie Guts Podcast. Has McDermott lost the locker room?
Ooh.
No, not yet.
Has Joe Brady lost the locker room?
Ooh.
That might be a different question.
Joe Brady, no, wait. Has Joe Brady lost the huddle?
I think Joe Brady's lost the coach's locker room.
Oh.
The second week in a row that McDermott's had to come out.
By himself? Is he showering by himself?
Oh!
Second week in a row, McDermott's had to come out and defend play call.
First one, yep. First one in, first one out for sure.
Second week in a row, McDermott's had to defend play
call.
Dude,
that last sequence when they had the ball back with like 30 3 straight backs.
Do you think, wait a minute, do you think they upgraded or downgraded in their play calling with the loss of Ken Dorsey?
I think they upgraded from Ken Dorsey, but it wasn't by much. I think
I'm not
going to sit here and say like, we got to get a receiver. Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan of Devontae Adams. Like I don't want to get him because of even if it's a rental, what it would cost to get that. But we got to do something. And they didn't get separation today, but they didn't have drops. Josh Allen just missed them.
Yep.
Or he led them too far on the sidelines. Now, I think we should have challenged that Kincaid catch that they called incomplete. I think that was a catch.
I remember that one.
But he just, like, we didn't really have, like, maybe 2 drops today. But, I don't know. Josh Allen just doesn't look like he really wants to be out there.
They lost, Did Stephon Diggs win the revenge game?
No.
Did the uniforms of the Texans intimidate the Bills?
No,
those were terrible. No, he didn't win the revenge game.
He did because Josh Allen went to shake his hand after the game, and it was really quick. Wasn't a warm embrace.
His team won. I don't think Diggs won it.
Wow.
Diggs had like 50 yards.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
Diggs had like 50 yards.
Wait a second.
You're backpedaling.
What does the star scare the Bills?
The star.
Good question.
Yeah, the star on the Houston Texans helmet. Like the star on the Cowboys in the 90s.
They don't have a star on their helmet.
Are the Bills moving to Texas?
No.
Okay.
I thought the Texans jerseys were terrible today. I thought they were supposed to be throwbacks.
So were you aware that the Bills had 10 men on the field on the second to last play of the game?
No, because I do not count the players on the field.
You don't watch ball, okay? Two Bills Drive wants to know.
Oh,
you'll fire McDermott now.
No, they're not going to fire McDermott.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm just saying what the Bills fans are thinking.
Who's the best player on your team?
Josh Allen an MVP or is he a liability?
Right now?
Yep.
James Cook.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sam Martin.
Well, yes, he's our best special teams. He's the best. He keeps us in the game.
I agree.
James Cook is the most versatile player on our team.
Well, it looks like Stephon Diggs won the revenge. He won the breakup.
So
he won the breakup.
He did.
Clearly, the receiver room in Buffalo is in shambles. That's what I should have put up there. It should have been Bills receivers. That's what I should have put there.
I don't know what. I have no idea what in the hell Curtis Samuel signing was for. Guy can't catch. Guy can't run a route. We can't even throw it to him. Guy can't get open. He was good in Washington last year. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I know he had turf toe during camp, but that was a month and a half ago.
Was this a pass the torch game for J to the AFC? Now. The AFC torch has been passed to CJ Stroud as the next guy to beat Mahomes.
The torch can't be passed if we've never had it. We haven't won the AFC.
Is Keon Coleman a bust?
Ooh, good question.
I'm not going to say he's a bust. I don't think he's done what they want him to do, but Listen to the guy talk. I think he's having trouble learning the playbook.
This
He
might
got
be
hit in the
this
head
might-
on a slant today. He wasn't even
I'm gonna
looking at the
say-
ball. Hit him right in the head. Josh Allen hit him right in the head with the ball. He wasn't even looking at it.
The only
I thought I was
going
to throw my phone through the wall.
This is the major silver lining from this season for the Bills is that all the other teams in the division are absolute dumpster fires.
They are.
Look, here's the positive.
Easiest division in the NFL?
Easily the easiest division in the NFL.
Easy.
I have two things.
Nobody overrates
And
their
I'm done.
wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Okay, go.
Two things and I'm done. She's gonna be really, really mad at me for saying this, but I have to get it off my chest.
Okay,
Say it with
go
your
for it.
chest.
We've lost our last two games because Mama K has stopped texting me during the games.
Oh,
Wow.
The first 3 games of the season, she's texting me.
how are you going to do that?
These last
how are you
two,
going to say that?
These
The
last
fans
two,
have lost.
She
Wow.
stopped texting me. But
we got
but
supposed to
there's
circle the wagons, not point fingers at the wagon.
Wow,
But-
have you lost the group chat?
but
Have you lost the
Wow,
but-
dude.
but
Go ahead.
we're still okay. And there's room for forgiveness because we're in first place. We're still in first place
Wow,
in the
dude.
playoffs.
They're going to drive that home. Yeah. Okay.
How you going to blame Mama K? How you
Oh,
going to blame
no.
her for this?
Hit the,
Oh no!
where's it
Oh
at?
no!
Said it with love. I said it with love.
Oh no.
Oh wow, they're fighting within each other. That's
Dude,
okay.
yeah, the wagons have been they've become
It's
squares.
It's no longer a wagon.
Empire's
It's
fold
a-
from
they're
within.
circles.
Wheels are gone.
Hey, quote R.V. Brown. Empires fall from within.
It's true. All right, that was the
You
Bills.
just turned your wagon into a boat, so you might as well be a Vikings fan.
Yeah, dude. Okay, 49ers. We haven't lost 2 in a row. That was a brutal home loss. I blame the NFL because they wouldn't let us wear all whites when it was really hot outside. Hottest day in 49ers or Levi Stadium history.
Rules are rules.
3 turnovers. Jordan Mason fumbled on the 5. 2 tipped interceptions. Moody got hurt, which really killed everything for some reason because
Why didn't you wear the
49ers
golds? Why didn't you wear golds if you can't wear
Ooh.
whites?
Ooh.
I don't think they don't have
Wow,
golds.
dude, excuses.
Oh, she's admitting it. I was right. Shambles.
Yeah,
Shambles.
Niners are.
No.
Hey,
No.
hey, I have a dad joke.
Okay.
What happens when you lose your field goal kicker?
What?
It kills the Moody.
Ooh.
0 points in the second half. This is the second time they've blown a 10-point lead.
Wow.
Within the last 2 games in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
And I just want to say this. And my wife went inside. And I was like, they're probably going to lose this game.
Uh-oh.
What?
Wow,
You're blaming
dude.
your wife.
No.
You're blaming your wife.
No.
Wow.
No. Because I'm. Let me
Get
finish
this back
the story.
up here. Wow.
Would you stop flashing that on the screen?
Wow.
It's the
Blaming
same
your
comment.
wife.
She doesn't keep saying. No, she went inside, and the point of that was I was outside. I was like, well, I can't change now because I got the TV out here, so I have to watch this out here because I don't want to do all that stuff to get it back in there. And the last I talked to her, I was like, they're probably going to lose this game. I could feel it. You ever watch a game and you can feel it that it's coming? Shout out whatever that guy's the Mike Tyson song. I could feel that the tides were turning because they had no field goal kicker, and I know that their red zone offense is atrocious right now. And I was like, they're going to have to try to go for it on fourth. They're going to have to try to score on every time they get there, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it.
Do you wait a minute, boys?
Okay.
Do you guys feel like this has anything to do with AK shaving his face?
No,
I think it has
I'm
to
not
do.
growing
I
a
think,
beard all year.
I think it has to do
Come
everything
on,
with
just
the fact
keep
that
it
Brock
trimmed.
Purdy got married. Christian McCaffrey got married.
It's true.
Christian McCaffrey
You've
was
been
on
saying
the
it since the
cover of
beginning of the season.
Madden. I think it has everything to do with that.
Everything to do with it.
It's the same comment. Stop throwing it out there. I
Just reminding
disagree.
you.
I think here's what happened.
AK
They're in too
shaving
many-
on winning streaks. It's just
49ers
crazy
are
what
in-
you doing.
They're in too many commercials. Brock Purdy's got all of his commercials.
Told you.
George Kittle's in all these commercials. Fred Warner's doing stuff.
You got away with a lot of face masks today.
So you're saying they're going full LeBron?
Wow.
They're too distracted.
Sounds like you're making a bunch of
LeBron.
excuses.
They were too good for too long.
Next thing you know,
everybody
Brock
wants
Purdy's
a
telling
piece.
coaches they can't have music they can only play certain music in the locker room.
I mean, we won this. Well, we kind of won the special teams battle. Let's not forget that they blocked a field goal for a touchdown. So really, they only scored 16 points.
Yeah, so you should have got dog walked in your home stadium.
They only scored 16 points. So
Bills haven't lost at home yet.
have they played in London yet?
No.
Okay, just checking. But anyways, 49ers, the two things that are the worst, their defensive line cannot stop inside zone. James Conner exploited that today. The special teams has been atrocious, and they have to get better in the red zone.
Your special teams kept you in the game.
But it also got us out of the game because we couldn't get field goals. So, ipso facto. But still, we win Thursday. I can do the J-Vi and say we're in the lead in the division. So.
But you're not if the Cardinals win.
That's all right. We play them again. I don't know if you know that. You play each team twice.
The Bills are in first solely.
So we can exact revenge. Anything else on the Niners?
Does it bother you that your quarterback can't lead a game-winning drive when it matters?
No, I saw him do it twice in the playoffs.
Well, that was last year before he got married.
That was before he got married.
Well, you asked me, he can't lead it. He did in the biggest stage. He did it twice.
Not in the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute, no. He's now complete as a human being. He's married, now complete as a human being. He might have become a worse football player.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I respect him because what greater love is there?
I can't wait.
You care to refute that?
I can't wait to ask your wife.
Go ahead, Tex, here. Let me put you right here. Tell the people.
I say, good on him for getting married.
Mm-hmm.
But it might have hurt his career.
Yep.
Wow. Elaborate, dude. Butch, thoughts?
It's the marriage curse. We already talked about it.
I can't believe that you blamed your wife for the Niners losing because she went inside.
The first thing that you said was basically the same thing that Adam said to God. It was the woman that gave me the apple.
Oh, yeah. I was using that as a point in the story to say, she went inside, and when I came in, she goes, "Did they win?" And I said, "No, I told you they were going to lose." I was
because you went inside. You said that underneath your breath.
No,
in your head.
Yeah, she had just got home from work. I was not going to ask her to sit out there on a bucket.
Yeah,
with
right.
me in the garage
She had been. But you should have told her to leave again.
Yeah, go back to work.
Now you got home. We started losing. What's going on? Go back to work.
Get overtime.
I'm going to tell her you said that.
Hey, what is
you
what is she
that.
willing
you
to give
said
up?
That without saying it.
What does she want to be remembered for?
Per advice by the guys on the show, they want you to leave.
No, not advice. Not advice.
Not advice.
Recommendations.
Niners lose. They're 2-3. It's
again.
Okay. Not 2 in a row like the Bills, though.
How's it feel? How's it feel to have the only team on this podcast that has a losing record?
We can't say that for certain yet because the Cowboys haven't finished.
Cowboys are winning right now,
but they don't have a losing record yet.
And they have a kicker that can kick field goals.
Hey, Brandon Ayuk's back though. But I'm just it happens. Look, I'm used to being down in the slums, man. I've been in the slums.
You were molded. You were born in the darkness.
I was born in the darkness.
Dude, you were not born in middle class in a middle class family.
You did work at Quiznos for a short period of time.
Dude, I've worked third shift. Done that. Get out of here. All right. Also, App State lost to Marshall, 52-37.
That one hurt.
Dog walk.
That one hurt.
That hurt. That's they're giving up 50 points a game.
They have no discipline at all.
Yeah.
Look, I hate calling out a kid, but that number 27 at safety has no business being out there on the field.
They're just kids. It's like every game. It's like they took the ball first so they wouldn't give up a long touchdown at the beginning of the game. There was a lot that went on up there. I understand, but it was bad. And you might as well just say, let's just not play the games because
you're right. There was a lot that went on, but they also had a week to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a problem before we were supposed to play Liberty. So it should have been fixed. before we played Liberty and all that stuff happened.
Effort. You cannot. That's the one thing. Effort.
This was effort right here. Boom.
So, let's go. All right. Let's do the electric football drop so we can talk about the bet portion real quick. Okay. First, we want to thank everybody who joined the Stalls Listener League contest. We had 21 this week. Buck wins with 177.04. This is the $1 DraftKings contest you can play. We put it out every week, and we crown a winner, and you win money if you place in the top 5. Then Sean Hackbarth, 166.88. Banjo, 149.26. We all know him straight up the gut. Uncle Bubba, 146.36. And then J-Vi in 5th, 143.66. J-Vi is hot. He's been cashing in this thing frequently recently. And Buck had Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but check out my slide here in a few minutes. Told you all. This was a game for him to break out. He had Ayuk, Thomas Jr., the wide receiver, and then the tight end from the Packers.
He wasn't even the best quarterback in that game.
Doesn't matter. He put up a lot of points, 25 to be exact. Eric from Patriot Sports had 100.6, and he earned it by playing Deshaun Watson as his quarterback.
No.
So shout out Eric for going bold, dude. I love that, dude. He'll send me a DM and be like, I'm doing this, and he'll give you this elaborate reasoning. And then he said it's the long play so that they'll play Jameis next week.
Jeez.
Like, dude, I love that.
He might have lost the huddle for sure.
I told you he's on the shambles-o-meter. So all right, J-Vi.
So I'm just reiterating. He might have lost the huddle for sure.
All right. So Thursday night, I picked the Bucks +3. Technically, to me, that was a win because they had the ball with 1:30 left, under 2 minutes, up 3. Their kicker missed a field goal. Falcons made a field goal to tie it and then won it in overtime. So really the Bucks won there, counting that as a win. Missouri was a bad choice, but we talked about it earlier in the show. A couple bad mishaps at the beginning of the game really cost them the game. So that was a miss. SMU covered. Rutgers with a late touchdown to cover. Well, really, I guess it was kind of a push. But I think I took them when I actually finally betted it was like 8.5. So I got that one. But Missouri still screwed my parlay up. Colts covered +2.5. Cowboys, you put a check mark by it.
No, it's got an X.
You just put the X. It had a check mark earlier.
Oh, well, I hadn't updated it yet. They didn't cover. They
what
lost
was the score?
34-37.
All right, there we go. Cowboys are currently covering, up 3.
There you go. Hey, good call on SMU and Rutgers. We nailed those.
Right. I also called.
Told you.
Was it UCLA?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe I told somebody else that UCLA would not get killed. They only lost by like 14. I think theirs was like 22 or something.
Good call. Butch, here's yours. Take the people through the Goat Rack Bargain Bin, NFL, CFB, DFS, and bets. Pull the covers on them.
This was terrible. Keon Coleman, trash. Niners, lost. Bills, lost. Vikings, they covered. Oh, yeah. Skull, Valhalla, thank you for coming through. We're 1-3, or well, that game hasn't finished yet, but 1-2 right now with our teams. It's terrible.
Butch jinxed us. Butch's fault.
It is. He was trying to be funny, and now everybody's screwed.
Nope. Your teams let us down.
No.
Your teams let us down.
You're trying to be funny. You're trying to be funny.
Well, you're trying to turn it
Joke's
back
on
on
you.
me by saying I'm jinxing it like I had any input on the players playing the game.
You never bet on your teams unless
there you
they're
go.
plus money.
Rule number 1.
Never bet on your teams unless they're plus money.
You're trying some voodoo stuff.
My team's plus money.
And you bet on the Steelers, so I hope that comes back to bite you, dude. So
you never bet on your team.
Hey, I think I'm going to do something.
What?
I'm saying this after the Sabres game, because the Sabres, by one person in the media, the Sabres were picked to make the playoffs. But I don't know they're going to do that, so I think they're going to be plus money a lot. So every opportunity I get, so I have to be in the state that actually allows you to bet. Every opportunity I get that the Sabres are plus money, and I'm able to, I'll put 1 E unit on them to win that game.
Ooh, let's go.
So I'm going to get rich, or I'm going to run out of
Dude, I love it. The saber-tooth tiger.
Put it on the big board.
Hockey bet of the week. All right. DYLON. This was his card. Purdy Debo stack. Yikes. Wan'Dale Robinson was awesome. He is electric. And then he had DeAndre Swift over 56.5 yards. That hit. So shout out DYLON. And then
shout out
DYLON. Here's mine. Trevor Lawrence on your DFS lineups, in your faces. I told you so. He had 25.24 points. Tutu Atwell had 12.5. So almost got you 3 times your salary there. The over in the Miami New England game. My apologies to anybody who took that seriously. That was terrible. They scored 25 points combined, and that was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my life. Those two teams are really bad. And also, shout out to idiot Gerard Mayo for thinking that Antonio Gibson was going to be better than Ramondre Stevenson when Ramondre Stevenson was the best player on the field for them. And, of course, Rutgers covered versus Nebraska. We told you. That was way too much. Rutgers' chops wood.
It was 14-7.
Yes. They did cover. Tex, you didn't have any, so I don't know what you want to do. So technically, now,
I'll say what I got open right now.
Okay.
All right. So Dak Prescott plus 225 passing yards.
Yeah.
Halfway there. CD Lamb 70 plus receiving yards. He's got 53. Justin Fields 175 passing yards. He's got 35 right now.
That's gonna be the one, buddy. That's gonna be the one.
Is this a parlay or you have it all separate?
I have them all as individual bets and a parlay.
Okay.
So Najee Harris, 70 plus rushing yards. He's got 27.
Got him.
And I got the Cowboys, and I got the over. Cowboys money line, the over.
What's the over? 43.
43.5. Yeah. That one's probably going to get me.
You just got
also
with that.
I also had SMU money line, which I told you guys about Wednesday.
Yes. So it turns out if Pittsburgh wins, we win. If Dallas wins, we win. So I think we're going to finish 6. We're going to finish 6-6 for a 32-30 on the year so far.
So we're still ahead.
So we're still ahead.
Let's go.
Not bad. Oh, is that Tolbert? No. Yeah. There you go. All right. How dare you? Real quick.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare me? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare yous? Brought to you by us. I'm going to go first. I'm how daring this whole Kansas City Chiefs thing. This is enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've had enough. A reality show based on the Kansas City Chiefs' wives and girlfriends is in the works at Bravo, People Magazine reports. This is what this is all about. Why not any other team? Why the Chiefs? I wonder why.
Well, they're breaking up soon, I thought.
I'm just how dare you why? I don't understand. Why have they focused on the Chiefs as the epicenter of the NFL? I don't get it. How dare you? I don't want to watch that. That's ridiculous.
I guess Creed Humphreys has a really interesting wife.
Well, I don't. They're just grabbing onto this whole Taylor
Juju
Swift.
Mr. Smith girlfriend.
That's my how dare you. I don't want to see that. I have no desire to see that. Why not NFL wives and why not the whole league? I don't get it. All right, who wants to go next?
I have two. I'll do one. My first one. If we have time, I'll do my second one. My first one is how dare you to the NFL and the NHL stop taking home games away out of Buffalo and making our teams play overseas as a home game because we absolutely stink overseas and we can't win a game, NFL or NHL overseas.
Not a good home team.
Stop taking away home games out of Buffalo.
Buffalo teams have not won a home game overseas in who knows how long, probably ever.
At least 8 years.
Yep. Okay, Tex, do you have a how dare you?
My how dare you goes to the 49ers for not having a backup plan at kicker.
Wow. And a short week to figure it out.
And a short week to figure it out. I mean, how dare you?
Think they bring in
how do they do that? I mean, what are they going to do? Have a plan.
They'll figure it out. The Cardinals had one that they brought in, and he made the game-winning kick. So,
yeah, what happened to Prater?
I don't know. Something with his knee, I think. Something with his knee. Butch, do you have a how dare you?
Yes. My how dare you goes to anyone that thinks the SEC is inferior conference because
love it.
The SEC losses come to other SEC teams.
Mm-hmm.
So
who are ranked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they are quality losses.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat up on each other, so they can't help it. They can't help that they're the best conference.
Yeah,
just means more.
Yeah, and then what are you going to say next? 15 out of the last 19 national titles. Let's go play out of conference games and go 3-4 and lose to Georgia State and lose to schools like that.
They were ranked.
Oh, okay. Let's do that, and then we'll get into conference play where we sucked and went 3-4 in marquee games outside of the conference, and then tell everybody how good our conference is, even though we keep losing. Oh no.
I have another how dare you.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
Let Dak be Dak.
Where's the Dak interception counter? Where's it at?
My other how dare you too, and this might be a slap in the face.
Great punt.
to said person. But he's passed now and he was banned for life. His life is no longer he's not alive any longer. Put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. How dare you for having him out? I get that he bet on baseball. You're not supposed to do that. But he did that as a manager. He did not do that as a player when he had over 4,000 hits.
Totally agree with this.
Put him in the Hall of Fame. How dare you, MLB and Writers Association or whoever it is that's keeping him out.
Bunch of stiffs. Yeah. All right. Final thing. Here we go. Before we get to the AP Top 25, collective how dare you to all you jabronis who don't think this is the Heisman front runner. Literally. This man has had to not even finish like 2 games, and he's already got 1,000 rushing yards, 16 rushing TDs, and they've only played 5 games. That is stupid, dude.
Who are their opponents versus who these opponents were?
He's averaging 10 yards a carry.
He's average. The real one you should have put up here was Barry Sanders.
Okay. He's
averaging more yards and has more yards than Barry Sanders did his year that he broke the rushing record.
I do have the opponents that these other guys played, by the way, if you'd like to.
I would like to hear that.
If you'd like to hear that, I actually have that right here. Let me pull it up.
And the amount of quarters that they played in those games.
Okay, so here is.
Mark Ingram was trash. He should not have won the Heisman.
Here you go. Ingram's first 5 games were against Virginia Tech, North Texas, FIU, Arkansas, Kentucky.
Okay,
Reggie Bush's first 5 games were Hawaii, Arkansas, Oregon, Arizona State, Arizona.
Trash.
Was Derrick Henry's was Wisconsin, Middle Tennessee State, Ole Miss, Louisiana Monroe, Georgia.
One good opponent.
So I think I wrote his down. He's played like Oregon. I can't remember who it was, but anyways,
Georgia
he's
Southern.
he's had to
Utah
not
State.
finish games.
Yeah,
But
he only played a half last game.
we're talking about Ashton Jeanty too, the running back for Boise State. So collective how dare you to everybody for not buying in on this guy as the Heisman.
I mean, the Heisman's a 2-man race right now, and I agree with you that he's in the lead, but him and Travis Hunter. And Travis Hunter just solely because he's playing both ways.
Yep.
He doesn't have like ridiculous stats, but he's playing both ways.
What was Dak doing? What was
Tackle.
Dak doing? Here's the AP top 25. Texas goes back to 1 after Alabama stinks. And we've got Texas, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, number 4. That should end hilariously.
That will all change. Ohio State and Oregon play each other this week. Ohio State's first road game. Penn State's first road game this week. I think they go to USC.
They haven't had a road game?
I don't think so. Maybe one.
I thought
out
Penn
of
State
6
had one. I think Penn State had one.
Yeah, maybe 1 out of 6.
And then Georgia's the 5th ranked team. So here's the top. SMU slips in there. Pitt slips in there at number 22. Mizzou falls all the way to 21. Michigan falls to 24. And I'm disgusted because
Georgia will find their way at 3 after this week.
Yes.
And so when they beat Texas, Texas doesn't fall too far.
I don't understand how one team loses, drops all the way to 21, and then the other 3 just kind of only drop.
They've been dropping Missouri. They've been dropping Missouri, even though they've been winning.
Oh yeah. Here's the real crime, guys. Where the hell are Army and Navy?
Agreed.
Where?
I agree.
They are dog walking people.
They're also in the same conference now, so if they could play back-to-back weeks.
Oh my gosh, it'd be awesome.
They could play in the conference championship week and then the Army-Navy game.
Those 2 schools, I saw a stat, have led the most percentages of games of anybody the entire year.
Those 2 teams are both 5-0 at the same time for the first time since like 1940.
Those 2 teams are averaging like 30 some points a game.
Those 2 teams are hitting the over.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know how I feel about that though, with them being in the same conference and potentially playing back-to-back games. I feel like that takes away from the Army-Navy game.
1000%.
If that happens.
Yeah, it'll be an elimination game, which is unfortunate. But here's this. Notre Dame plays both Army and Navy over the next few weeks.
Ooh.
Good call, BMO. BMO said, do we really have a 3-way tie for 18? Kansas State, Indiana, Oklahoma.
No, they just all have like the same amount of points.
Okay. Anyways.
I have a question though.
Okay.
Army Navy are undefeated playing in their conference championship game. Boise State gets a loss somewhere down the road. They're the 2 highest ranked G5 teams. So the winner of that conference champion, highest ranked team, would get into the playoffs. They then play the next week and the other team wins. Does that knock them out of the playoff and move somebody else in?
Probably. They would knock them out.
Even though they're the conference champion.
Yeah. This committee will not put them in there.
They have to put a G5 team in, though.
They're going to put Boise State if this guy keeps running for 300 yards a game because he's good for ratings.
And he'll upset somebody.
Boise State's remaining schedule: Hawaii, UNLV, San Diego State, Nevada, trap game. San Jose State. I'm telling you.
Also trap game. San Jose State can score.
Wyoming, and Oregon State.
Okay.
Yeah, UNLV game should be good.
That should be.
It's on
All right.
10:30 though on CBS Sports Network.
Is that guy a senior?
Gene T?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
sure hope so, because if not,
No, let me look it up. I'll look it up.
He is going to absolutely dog walk App State next year.
The Cowboys are going to try to draft him.
Junior.
Oh, no. He's going pro. Has to. If he wins the Heisman
this year,
get out.
Whoa, Cordy coming in here saying that Vanderbilt should be at least in the 20s. I disagree.
They lost to Georgia State.
Yeah, they lost to Georgia State.
I disagree too, because they should be 12th.
Nah, dude, they're not the worst team in the SEC.
Alabama's down there.
Mississippi State's the worst team in the SEC for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, that's facts. No, Cordy, Vanderbilt should not be ranked yet. They shouldn't. I'm sorry. I disagree.
Ain't played nobody, Paul.
Ain't played nobody, Paul. Bama's frauds. Absolute frauds, Cordy. All right. That is show number 172. So, Wodemaker standings. Butch P claims that he has 10. Javi has, 8? I have 4. DYLON has 2.
I've got 1.
And Tex has 1. So, Tex finally gets on the board.
Finally, with an absolute blowout, by the way.
That's true.
Butch and I are running away with
points.
this.
I didn't put your 1 on there. I'm sorry.
I do. I have 1. I beat you guys by 50 points. That was an absolute blowout.
He said, hey, give them their shine. We gave them their shine. It was awesome. Yeah. We go back and listen. We polished them up pretty good, but they should not be ranked.
What is it? Blind squirrels find a nut every now and again?
Not that quarterback. He owns Alabama, the state of Alabama, buddy. All right. That's it. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Follow us on all the socials.
We love football. Yeah, it's our passion.
Mondays, Thursdays. Podcast out tomorrow if you missed it.